NFL hits 3 coaches and teams with large fines for not wearing masks. Ooh, I was wondering about this because now we're at week 2, right? So they said they were going to kind of watch everybody and what they did. And I know most of the coaches, at least the ones I saw this past weekend, were definitely wearing masks. Some of them were really funny. Like that guy, I can't remember, Andy Reid was wearing one that looked like a welder's mask. I mean, it's so hilarious. It like connected to his cap and it came down in like a clear visor, right? Like he could be arc welding or something, but I guess he likes more air coming into it underneath, but yet he's still protected if somebody comes and like tries to sneeze right in his face. So, okay, I think that's fair. Every coach should try to adapt and make a kind of mask that makes sense for him. But not wearing a mask at all, I do agree that maybe the NFL should step in and say something, because otherwise all those other coaches are kind of being punished for following the rules. Like, hey, we're all doing what is being recommended, but these guys aren't. So yeah, full face mask. I think that's what Andy Reid was wearing. So I'm all about doing what makes sense. You know, the whole goal, the spirit of the mask is to protect yourself from others and also protect others from you, right? Kind of two directions. So whether that's a cloth over your face or whether that's a shield, a plastic shield, I think there are different ways to do that. But if you're somebody who's on TV, like these coaches, I think you have even more of a responsibility to try to follow the rules as best you can, because you're basically creating an image, right? Kids are going to be like, well, NFL coaches aren't doing it. Clearly, it's not that important. So hopefully these guys, and no foul against them, maybe they have reasons, but hopefully they'll see why the NFL is giving them these fines, and they'll say, okay, it's not going to kill me to wear a mask just for 3 hours while I'm on TV and coaching my team. Hopefully they'll see it that way and it won't turn into like a big thing. But I don't know. Let's see what some of the other people say. 100. Okay, first of all, let's see what the article says. 100,000 for not wearing the face mask. Okay, they must have already given them the guidelines, right? So at this point, they're just disregarding it. So they're getting a 100K fine. And we got Carol, Shanahan, and Fangio wearing neck gaiters, but not wearing. I guess they're supposed to be pulling them up over their mouths, but they're not doing it, or they're forgetting to do it. So there's Belichick. I think his kind of slides around a little bit. It says he has bird mask technology. See, he's even invested time and money into this new research for bird mask technology. So that's good that some are being so proactive and trying to find new enhanced forms of masks. So So anyway, all right, so if I go to the bottom of this, can I see what the comments are? I'm trying to get all the way to the bottom. There's no content here. Wait, I thought, isn't there a way I can see? Oh, here we go. So, guaranteed no one wears one in the locker room. Okay, I could totally believe that, but at the same time, you're not in front of the camera in the locker room, so I don't think it's as critical. If you want to take your chance, no problem. It's in your own private time, right? So, a publicity stunt to relate to the fans? I don't know, maybe. That could be true, but I'd have to think about that. So some people are gonna be like Critter MD. They're gonna be like, honestly, I'm okay with it. Even if you don't do it in private, I think it's good for them. Oh, okay, so no, he's agreeing with me. He's saying what I said. When you're in public, then maybe you should be wearing the mask. Yeah. I was hopeful the proper face mask hygiene I've seen in the NFL would sway more people to wear them in public, but I've actually found anti-maskers who used to love football boycotting it. So yeah, it can actually have the opposite effect sometimes, when they try to use media and television to kind of really push the agenda or the idea, what they're trying to sell. So that's a tricky one. Just like the players kneeling, if you don't like the sport, then it just seems like people came up with a reason not to watch it. I'm not going to let a few players' actions stop my love of football in the first place, even if I saw it as wrong. Yep, I can understand that point of view. People seeing nonsensical mask wearing at NFL games supports the argument that all mask wearing is nonsensical, like wearing a mask for 12 seconds to walk into a restaurant table and then take it off. And that's honestly true. That is a lot of what I see. The few times that I've been into a restaurant or a place where there are people, they usually have this understanding or rule that when you're coming in the door, You need to have this mask on. They might not even let you in the door without it, and they'll have big signs all on the front door. You have to have a mask. But the moment you get to wherever you're sitting or wherever you're going to be, then you can just take your mask off and you're fine because you're not walking around other people. And if you go to the restroom, then you got to put it on and go do that and then come back. So whether that's good or bad, I don't know, but I do think that's becoming the kind of the norm. But there is a lot of interesting conversation around that. And now it's interesting to see that the NFL is putting their money or their fines behind what they said, not just saying it's recommended, but there will be fines as well.